Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your energy. No, it's not energy update. It's a weekly reading, isn't it? Going from the 30th through to the 6th of October. Yes, new format. So if you're looking for the tarots and the messages from the tarots, it is time stamped in the description below. You can go straight to there. But beforehand, we're going to go into the energies and how that energies is playing with the elements within your Astroflower. So that's the new format. If you want to go forward, there is the links in the description below. Yes, what if you want to know more about the energies and so forth, we've obviously got the energy update, and there's a lot of things that I've been talking about the sun. So let's just bring up the sun from the last week and see what's been going on. Here you can see these bright spots, which are what we call sunspots. They give out fire and air energy, and then you have these black holes here. Let me just take off my sort of my stone, as it were. Then you have these sort of black holes here, which you can see, which are what we call coronal holes, and that's more sort of earth energy. And then you get these like swirling rivers of plasma, which we call filament energies. And sometimes, look, you'll see a little eruption. There was one there, and that's water energy as well. And there hasn't really been a lot going on. The main features have been really those filament energies, and that's pretty obvious of what I said about 6 months ago in the energy updates. And I was talking about how in May and in June there'd be an uptick in solar activity, then it will die down and it will stay dying down for some time, right through to mid-October. So anything between the 6th and the 20th of October, I think the sun's going to pick up a lot more, and we'll get these sunspots erupting in our direction. It will become a lot more fiery energy. So at the moment, I think the main two energies that are affecting everybody is the water, but mainly, and this is air. Now, obviously, air, you don't get a lot that you can see on this energy here, on this on the sun here, but what you can see is on the activity of the sun and the earth's vibration. So here we have the X-ray flux here, and the X-ray flux is about the eruptions that come off from the sun, the explosions that's happening on the sun. And as you can well see, there's been a general uptick. There was an M flare there, which we had a little bit of a bump on us earlier on in the week. But there's been a general uptick here that's going on, but nothing really major. No real major flaring and so forth. Very sort of consistent sort of energy. But that's creating a lot of static electricity within the air. And that's where the air energy comes in. And the air energy is all about sort of mental capacity. So it's visualizations, using your third eye to sort of help to see and manifest your future. That's where you should be really sort of pushing things. The other thing as well is that on the KP index, which is just under there, which you can well see, that KP index, there is nothing going on. That the KP index is the magnetic field of the sun. It's a little bit like our auras, basically. After the eruptions and so forth, you also have the earthquakes and what have you, which affects that aura. But that aura has really sort of died down. And even in one point, which is this point here, where there was no movement whatsoever, it was calm as a winter lake. And when we have that sort of section there where there's no green bars at all, if we have 4 lines in a row, 4 green bars which are completely gone, then we have something what we call a cosmic ray alert. So this is where it's increasing, augmenting, I was going to say in French, actually. I got caught between French and English. um, Lifting up or greater air energy and the static electricity in the air, which could, it's all to do with the left and right side of the brain. Now, this is all to do with rhythm as well, which is really important. And sometimes we can find ourselves, and I think this is going to be going for the next 2 weeks. So, we may find ourselves getting ahead of the rhythm of life, and that can create a lot of frustration. And it will depend mainly upon the connection between water and air in our sign. So for you, Sagittarius, let's just have a look at your sign on the Astroflower. And as you can well see, there is a lot of water air combinations. You got this fixed water coming in from Scorpio, and this fixed air coming in from Aquarius, and it's giving that crossing point there on your relationship. And you've also got that water and air at your base on your karmic path. So this line is being totally affected of how you how your karmic path, of what you visualize within your relationships or your spiritual path, or your emotions and so forth, how of what you're supposed to be living, how you can sort of project it into your future. And you have that fixed sort of stuff. So I think for you, it's going to be staying into a rhythm and not getting carried away with yourself, because that could cause you problems within your relationships. But you should also notice that down at the base there, you've also got mutable water and mutable air as well. And also on your financial side, you get that mutable water, you get that cardinal water and cardinal air, which comes in from Capricorn and Libra within you on your karmic base, on your career path. But above it, you have that air from Libra and that earth from Capricorn, because all signs are made up generally of two signs. It's not just one sort of element. With your good self, you have that sort of mutable fire at the top and mutable air at the bottom. The other thing you should may well notice is that there's no fire in the center of you whatsoever. And you're one of what we call these false signs, where Capricorn is one of them, Sagittarius, Gemini, and Cancer. They're all false signs. So you've actually got more air in you than you do have fire. So I think this is, out of all the fire signs, you are going to be the most affected by all of what's going on. And I think, to be honest, it's going to affect you over a longer period of time, because it's affecting a lot on your base. And your base is obviously how you prepare your future. And so I think it's important this week here, as we go into the Astroflower, it's important to realize that what you're doing today will not necessarily be what you're exactly living straight away. There will be instant manifestations going on, but generally what you're doing is you're building for your future. It's going to make things, I think, quite busy. It's going to make you're going to be very occupied, I think, in sorting stuff out within life. And it's going to be trying how do you equate your emotions, which are in your body, with what is going on in your mind, as it were, and how you can convert those ideas into reality. That's what the biggest sort of thing that's going on. You do have underneath, you do have that cardinal earth coming in from Capricorn, and that fixed water coming in from Scorpio. And this helps to be a little bit more sort of consistent in the outside world, as it were. But it's all about what's going on inside you, I think, this coming week, more than anything else. So without further ado, let's bring up the Astroflower. Here it is here. Let's just see what's going on for you on the overall energies. On your relationship side, it's definitely playing into this section here, which is all about your future, all about what you're driving towards in regards to your relationships. On your financial side, well, it tends to play a lot more on both sides. Actually, it's pretty consistent, but I think there's a lot more about this karmic path, about where you're taking your world, where you're taking your career path, your business or your project, and having a much clearer idea of what you should be experiencing or how things should be going for you. Okay, so let's just see what the tarots bring up for you. Planning. It's exactly what I said. It's all about planning. You are into your autumn period as well. It's got to be said. According to the Astroflower, the last 2-3 months before your birthday, we have a tendency to look what we've been doing in the past and what we want to do in the future. And your birthday is like your new year, and it's inside you. There's a lot of planning going on for your future. And I think this is where you're trying to drive on in regards to, it could be a spiritual path, could be an emotional path, whatever it is. You're definitely driving something forward in that respect. But it does need planning, and it probably needs travel as well. And you may even want that as well. You may have itchy feet at the moment because of all that the disturbance that you get within your karmic paths and your connection to the universe. There's lots going on that sort of front. So let's just see what's going on your relationship side. Your karmic path here. There's a real desire for a new episode, a new chapter in your life. And this could be with your existing partner. It could be with a new person that you're looking for. It could be a new chapter in your spiritual path or your connection to the people that are around you within your relationship. Okay, so I think this is itchy feet time. This is where you want to get on. This seems to be like you want to celebrate. You want to enjoy the celebration of life. That is around you, connecting with other people with your universal vibration. And this is where you get the mutable air, your mutable air with the mutable water. It's definitely playing out there, and there is this sort of like life is sort of saying to you, come out and play, it's going to be fun, come out and play. And you get the four of Pentacles. This is the conflict that is within you. This is what you're sort of deciding here. And it's a case here of your connections with the people that are around you. You should be really looking into quality rather than quantity within relationships. I know you want it to be, joyous like everybody else. I'm not saying it's not being joyous, but what I'm saying is that don't get distracted, because if you get distracted from putting in place the things that you need for your future, it means your future may be a little bit more difficult, and you're kind of in the future, you may be looking back kind of going, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, I wish I hadn't wasted my time. And so I don't think it's a case of wasting your time here. It's that internal stuff that it's all about. Let's just see what's going on in the past. The past is playing outwards as well. It's playing like that outwards. And I think this is where you're exploring as well what options you have. Yeah, you're exploring. The past is not really going anywhere here. And I think this is where you're observing a lot of what's you've done already within your life and within the relationships that are around you. And you're weighing up your options. And this is all about the inner planning as well that is within you. Really quite amazing. Look, you've got two and then two threes and then a 4. It's real sort of the start of a journey, because the tarot is about a journey starting with an ace and so forth. What's in your future here? Your future's really egging you on. I think this is where you're looking towards more than anything else. You're looking towards the future, and it's basically these cards here is, how do I put that future into place? Yeah, look at that. Your karmic path is leading into your righteous path, and a revelation for you, a real ascension moment where you're moving into something that corresponds to you. But in order to do that, you do have to be wary about quality connections with people rather than quantity connections, and be very attentive about that. What's the lesson that comes out of this week here? Forewarned is forearmed is the sort of thing I come out here, but it's like, if you plan for it, you're gonna know the result. So I think this is a case of all about planning and getting into it. Look at that. You get the Ace of Pentacles. It's going after your goal. It's seeding your dreams of tomorrow. That is the driving force that, that's the question that you should be answering this week. How do I seed my dreams for tomorrow in regards to your relationships that are around you? And how you connect with people that are around you. Really, really, it's a beautiful thing that gives you a lot of control over your destiny, really. You have a lot more control than you may well think. But it is very busy inside you at the moment. So this is where we come back to do not try and go faster than the music, basically. On your financial side, and this is really, there's a lot of fire in this, and there's something that's coming in, and it seems like it's coming in from the past, which needs planning. It needs organization. There's something that you've been doing for some time that needs either progression or investment, or it needs taking to the next level more than anything else. Yeah, there you go. You get the Knight of Swords. That's all to do with that cardinal energy that comes in through there, coming in through from Libra. You're going off on a mission, and this mission could have already started, I think, and it's taking that mission to the next level for you in your life. In your connection to the universe, your universe is playing into this as well. It's not really going outwards. It's an organization within you. So it could be like you've already got that job, and it's basically you're looking at how you can get your promotion and so forth, and that's what you should be concentrating on. If you've got a business, it's like you've either started your business or you've already started applying for the loans and so forth, and now it's a case here of don't forget to stick to the plan more than anything else. Yeah, seeing things differently. There is going to be complications that come in life at the moment, and because everyone seems to be in a creative mode, and this could be where your plan is being affected by the outside world and what other people are doing. This could be to do with partners, as in business partners. This could be sort of work colleagues and so forth. So, just seeing differently how you can play the situation. And in your past here, your past plays into this as well. It's all about sticking to the plan here. It really is sort of like straightforward for you, and it doesn't seem to be. This is not where the questioning is at the moment. It seems to be the questioning is much more on the relationship side more than anything else. Look at that, you get the Lovers. Yeah, I think already this is where you should be going, or this is what you should be doing in your life. I think it's pretty obvious for you, but it's a case of following that plan or putting in place that plan, whichever way it is, depending on where you find yourself in life, because we're all living different lives and at different stages and progressions of life, different ages of life, because that affects enormously the thing. This is about you sort of like following the pathway which sits right for you. In your future self, this has got a lot going on for it as well, and there seems to be I think there's it's either you're getting help in developing your business from someone or another business, or like a contract, or getting that job, getting that that thing for your projects. It seems like there's something coming in that's really helping you to develop it. Yeah, it's all about good quality work here more than anything else. And on this side here, you've got that cardinal air that is coming from that's from Libra, but you also have that cardinal earth, and this is where this crossing point between these two here, I think, is going to be quite important for you in this week in regards to your finances. Is how do you get your mission? How do you work it out? Not work it out, but how do you work it into your life? How do you work it into your business, into your career path? Seems to be quite important. What's coming out of the lessons from this week here? Concentrating on your path. Concentrating on your path rather than being conscious about others around you. That's not nasty at all. So basically you're in a business and you're going for a promotion. Concentrate on your promotion. There is other people that are going to want that job as well. Do not concentrate on them. Same thing as if you're running a business. If you're running a business and you're constantly, looking at your competitors, you're not looking at your own path. And I think this is really important here for you to be looking at your own path. Yeah, don't try and do too much. Keep it simple, Sagittarius. Keep it simple. Keep it focused on what you should be doing on your pathway that you should be living in regards to your financial results. And it could be to do with, getting, let's say you're a musician and getting that gig rather than trying to play everywhere, selecting performances which will really start to get you known. So concentrating on quality rather than quantity here. And I think that's for the next 2 weeks as well. I think it's going to play a lot within next week's reading. I would imagine it's going to play a lot within this section here as well. Okay, let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card. Now, this is a little bit like what the energies that are coming into your life that are affecting you. There you go, Ace of Pentacles on your relationship side, and this is all about you planting your seeds. And I say that figuratively. It could be physically as well. You know what I mean? You could be starting a family. That's for some of you that could well be the case. But whatever it is, it's looking to get, planting the seeds for your own beautiful success in the future. Okay, so on your karmic path here, and when you've got that fixed air and fixed water. Now, fixed air and fixed water is very well defined. It doesn't like perturbations. It doesn't like things to be messed up and mixed up and stuff like that. Fixed signs tend to sort of like, want to know where they're going and what they're doing. Very, very regimental about it. And there is this internal conflict within you a little bit as well, sort of kind of saying, I want to go out there and I want to have fun with everything and everyone, yeah? But that's the conflict. That's where we get to looking at quality rather than quantity. And we get the Nine of Cups that come out of all of this for that. I think you've got a lot of opportunities around you at the moment. And maybe it's a case here of, if you found that in the last sort of month, 2 months, you have not been out there, you've not been socializing and everything like that. Maybe for some of you, I don't think it's for all of you, to be honest. I think it's for some of you. You could be just holding on too tightly and not doing it. And it's sort of saying to you, get out there and get involved. I think that's for some of you. And that could be the quality. Changing your quality of life is just getting out there and enjoying socializing and connecting with people. With those of you that are already doing that, socializing and connecting with people, I think here is a case of streamlining. It's almost the opposite, holding back on certain relationships so you avoid that internal conflict that can be within you. On the Three of Wands, yes, this is to do with your past. This is what I'm saying about you being in your autumn period. You're looking and you're choosing which vibration or which pathway is good for you, which corresponds to you. Because this person here, they've already done some work on it because they've already got the Two of Wands that are planted in the ground. He's only holding on to one wand, so he should be going off on a mission. And you've got that Two of Wands here already within you of what you're planning. And in order to plan it, you need to see what are the possibilities. And you might well be able to see, I'm not sure, but in the background, he's looking out into the sea and there's several boats out there in the harbour, as it were, or in the estuary. And it's basically choosing which pathway is good for you. This is your future self with your Judgment card, seeding your happiness, your future happiness is really important. You will have a lot of success, but realizing of quality rather than quantity and knowing this is going to be like a revelation for you of how to do things, of creating your happiness in the future by planting seeds today. And that's what that's all about. It's a bit sort of like the moment you realize that and the moment you respond to your inner emotions and your inner calling, that's when things are going to start motoring in your favor and you're going to get the ultimate outcome. Look at that. This is just on your relationship side, and you get the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles, and you've got the Ace of Pentacles that is within inside you. You can get what you want, Sagittarius. You can really get what you want. The moment you start going and living your ultimate goal of what you should be doing, you're going to get, you can really manifest and get what you want. It's up to you. You're the one that decides what seeds you plant for your future. And the moment you start doing that, the moment you're going to get the results, it's going to make you incredibly happy. But that work has got to be done now. This week here, sowing those seeds of love. Sowing the seeds of love. That's what it's all about. Oh, blimey. Cards going on all over the place. Jumping like a bean. What was it? A Mexican bean? What are they? Anyway, yes. Let's see what's going on your financial side. Happiness. Happiness. And you know it. And this is where it comes in with the connection with the hangman. Look at the hangman. The hangman behind him has got that sunshine behind him. And and you've got that lovers. You know you know what you want to do. You know what makes you feel good. And it's now a case of taking it to the next level and allowing your joy of what you do, your career path and your business, to be that almost that driving force behind you. With the Knight of Swords, and this is what I said earlier on, it's taking it to the next level of seeing what works for you. This is exactly what we said on this sort of stage. You're already off on that mission, and now you're seeing what works and seeing what needs investment within your career path or your business, seeing what needs sort of care and attention in order to get to where you want to be going. But just don't get bogged down in trying to do everything or satisfying the world that is around you. Concentrate on where you're going. Seeing things differently with your connection in regards to everybody else, and this is all to do with your planning as well. You're streamlining these 3 of cups here into this 1 cup here that's going to give you the good stuff. And you've got to see things in a different light in order to implement that within your world. You've got to see how you interact with the world around you in order to see what you need to invest in. Do you need to invest in education for yourself to get that pay rise or to get that promotion? Do you need to invest in certain parts of your business so you can offer different services? Or do you need to develop maybe people that are already working for you and developing ideas that you've got going on, or getting your project or your ambitions to fruition? In your past self, this is the Lovers card here. You know what you want to do, and I think the healthy boundary is that. In your past, you know what you want to do. The healthy boundary is your happiness, and allowing your happiness to be the driving force of sort of saying, I've started this and I've really enjoyed starting it, and I want that happiness to keep flowing through. And the more you get involved with it, the better it's going to be. Let's see with the 8 of Pentacles, good quality work. You've got the 4 of Wands. This is a celebration. This is maybe a job offer. This is, I think you've got a great possibility to advance your career path, your ambitions, your business, whatever it is. If you get down and stick to that work and you get down to that plan, the world is at your fingertips here. But it's getting it into place at the moment and working at it. And when you work at it and stick to the plan and work to the plan and don't allow yourself to get distracted by the world around you, you've got a great opportunity here. A great opportunity to create what you want. Yeah. That's what I said earlier on about that sort of side of things. Forearmed and forewarned. I think that's what I said, or something like that. Here is like not trying to take on too much of the world or the people that are around you. You need to be in a good place before you can help the world. I'm sure you do want to help the world, and I'm sure you love helping the world. But the first things first that needs to come into place is that you get that job offer, or you get that results that are good for you. It's all about planting seeds this week for your future. And it's going to be not only is it going to make you feel a lot better about life, but it's going to make you feel a lot more sort of fulfilled in what you're doing, almost like spiritually fulfilled, even on your relationship side as much as on your financial side. It's very, very rewarding. There you go, Sagittarius. Don't forget about the energy updates. If you want to know more about the energies, what's going on, and the influences that are coming to the Earth, the messages from the Earth and the chakra sequencing, go to the energy updates. Thank you very much for all the support you show to this channel through the YouTube system. Very much appreciated. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.